Welcome, everybody. My name is Gayla Cruikshank, and I am one of the local lead coaches for the Dallas-Fort Worth 3-Day. I want to thank you guys for coming. You guys are part of the Susan G. Komen 3-Day family already. Even if you're not registered for to walk yet, you're part of this incredible community because we all have the same goal: to end breast cancer. Like me, you probably know somebody who's faced breast cancer, or maybe you've been impacted yourself. Maybe one of your friends or your family members told you about how great the Komen 3-Day was, and you're ready to see for yourself. We're going to spend about an hour together today, and my goal is to provide you with enough information and inspiration so that you have the tools that you need to take on this challenge and have an amazing experience. Even if you're not registered, my hope is to inspire you enough to register for the 2019 3-Day after today's presentation. I'll tell you a little bit about breast cancer here. In 2019, more than 260,000 new cases of invasive breast cancer are expected to be found in women, and about 2,500 new cases of breast cancer in men in the United States. 1 in 8 women in the U.S. will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime. Worldwide, breast cancer is the most common cancer in women and the leading cause of cancer death in women. Every 19 seconds, somewhere in the world, a case of breast cancer is diagnosed in a woman. Every 60 seconds, somewhere in the world, a woman dies from breast cancer. Susan G. Komen has provided more than $956 million in funding for breast cancer research and more than $2.1 billion in funding to screening, education, treatment, and psychosocial support programs serving millions of people in more than 60 countries worldwide. To date, Susan G. Komen has invested more than $180 million in funding for over 450 research grants and more than 40 clinical trials focused on metastatic breast cancer. Susan G. Komen is the world's largest breast cancer organization, funding more breast cancer research than any other nonprofit outside of our federal government, while providing real-time help to those facing the disease. Last year, Susan G. Komen community grants provided patient navigation for nearly 155,000 individuals impacted by breast cancer. On any given day, nearly 600 women receive a free screening mammogram made possible by a Susan G. Komen community grant. Susan G. Komen is the only organization that addresses breast cancer on multiple fronts, including research, community health, global outreach, and public policy initiatives in order to make the biggest impact against the disease. Susan G. Komen launched a $27 million 10-city African-American health equity initiative to reduce breast cancer disparities among African-American women, funded by the Fund2 Foundation. Over the past 13 years, Komen has invested an average of more than 80 cents of every dollar directly to research, community-based health programs, education, and advocacy programs to support its mission and to save lives by meeting the most critical needs in our communities and investing in breakthrough research to prevent and cure breast cancer. We walk in the 3D because we can't sit by the sidelines. We've watched loved ones go through a cancer diagnosis, through surgery, chemo, radiation. Maybe you've even gone through that yourself. The 3-Day is a challenge, and it's a big commitment, but we have to go the distance to make a difference. And you know, however hard it is, it's not as hard as breast cancer. So we'll keep walking and we'll keep raising money until breast cancer is done. Some basic facts about the event: there is a registration fee of $70, and you must raise at least $2,300. But don't worry, we have a ton of resources to help you raise this money. So don't let that scare you away. I've done it, since 2005, and it's a lot easier than you think. And I'm going to go into detail about that a little bit later. Right now we have, the registration is $50 until February February 12th. And at the end of this, if you register, you use the code loyalty, that'll take an additional $10 off. So it would be $40, but that expires February 12th. Our community is what makes this event so great. We have a passion for breast cancer research and education, and we have fun while we're doing it. More than 500,000 people just like you have walked before and have met their fundraising goal. No matter what your past fundraising experience is or your past walking experience, you can achieve this goal, and we're here to help you. Once you commit to the 3-day, we commit to you. And the support that we offer matches the commitment that you're making. You'll have a dedicated 3-day coach available by phone or by email to help you anytime you need it. If you have a question about training, you want to brainstorm some fundraising ideas, you want to personalize your fundraising page, whatever the case may be, we are here to help you. Here's the pictures of all the 3-day coaches. We're accessible by phone at 800-996-3-day or at your city coaches at the3day.org. So for Michigan, it would be Michigan coaches at the3day.org. We are here to help you. We're going to be your mentor, your advisor, your cheerleaders along this journey. We can help you create a special personal fundraising page, a fundraising plan, and we're going to be there with you every step of the way to help you meet that $2,300 fundraising requirement. All the city coaches have also walked and fundraised, and so we can share our experiences and our successes with you all along your way. Heather is our Michigan coach. Stephanie is our Twin Cities coach. We haven't hired a New England coach yet, but that's okay. We're going to get one soon. Carol's the Philadelphia coach. Aubrey's in Seattle. This is me. I'm Gayla. I'm the Dallas-Fort Worth coach. Stacy's our San Diego coach. When you call or email coaches at the3day.org, here's who you'll meet. Jen is for Michigan and San Diego. Tesha is for New England and Philadelphia. And Liz is Twin Cities, Seattle, and Dallas-Fort Worth. Ending breast cancer is a big deal. Research costs a lot of money. Patient care, community health support, and advocacy, all those things cost money. Making this commitment and taking on walking 60 miles in 3 days gives you the reason and the platform to ask for donations. Because the 3-day is big, it gives you the opportunity to ask big. You're going to walk away from your 3-day experience feeling enormously empowered. Every day, advancements are made in the fight against breast cancer. You're going to live the rest of your life knowing that you helped make those advancements possible. You took action. You helped save lives. You chose to be a part of the solution. What an incredible achievement to have on your life story. And I think you're going to be surprised at how simple fundraising can be. The secret? Ask. Do you want to know the number one reason someone doesn't give a donation? They haven't been asked. Here's a few tips for some fundraising success. The first one is to get personal. Share your own story, not just the statistics. Connect with your donors through your personal relationship with them. Second one is set a meaningful goal. Some people choose to raise $5,000 to celebrate each year of being cancer-free or for their loved one being cancer-free. So you kind of get the idea. Choose a meaningful goal and share that with your donors. Reach out to everyone, and we mean everyone. Give everyone the opportunity to make a difference in this fight. Never make a decision for a donor, regardless of their life circumstances. Ask for a specific amount. Remember, what you're doing is big, far bigger than yourself. You're not asking for money for yourself, you're asking for funds to help end breast cancer. Asking for specific amounts gives your donor guidance. Remember, they're never going to give more than they're comfortable with donating. The fifth one is show and tell. Provide some information about where the money goes and how it's going to make an impact on the local and the national level. Over the past 16 years and 170 events, The Komen 3 Days raised more than $848 million. The net proceeds raised by the Susan G. Komen 3 Day helped Komen build a world free of breast cancer by investing in more than free of breast cancer through research, community care, and action. The funds raised have helped Komen's mission to save lives from breast cancer by investing more than $956 million in breakthrough research and more than $2.1 billion to support people and communities most at risk through programs to provide access to screening, treatment assistance, patient navigation, and education. And the last one is to ask often. Don't be shy about reminding your donors, because just because someone doesn't donate right away doesn't mean they don't want to. In fact, most of your donors are going to need a second or a third reminder, especially when you start fundraising early. If you've already done the 3D before and you need some tips for repeat fundraising, try something new. The options for fundraising are practically limitless. You're only limited by your own imagination. You can use previous years as your starting point. Learn from what has or hasn't worked. Set your fundraising goal higher than where you finished last year, and then write out a list of the donors, starting with those who gave last year, and add more to the list. Talk about your experience on the event the last time you walked. Inspire and remind people why you continue to be invested and involved. You can always go back to basics. Ask for the donations based on important dates to celebrate and honor your loved ones, and also follow up frequently. Remember, don't interpret a lack of a response as a no. They might just need a reminder. When you register, you're going to get an online participant center at the3day.org and a personal fundraising page. You can send emails from your participant center, and they'll automatically contain a link directly to your page. You can track your fundraising progress in your participant center, and this is also the hub for all of your 3-day news and activities. You can make your own personal URL and share that with people to make it easy for donors to find you. We also have a great mobile app where you can send emails or texts from your smartphone and track your progress too. You can set up a Facebook fundraiser linked directly to your 3-day fundraising account, which prompts all of your Facebook friends to find you easily. You can host a creative fundraising event to raise large amounts of money at once. You can exchange fundraising ideas you can look at the fundraising ideas library on our website, and also on our 3-day page. We have message boards as well that will be helpful for you. We provide a lot of fundraising tools for you as well. We have a widget that you can add to your email signature or your blog. We have business cards that you can personalize and print, posters, sample fundraising letters, and all kinds of things. There are 2 fundraising webinars. Excuse me. We have 2 fundraising webinars. One is focused on how to raise your fundraising minimum in a short period of time. And the second one is a roundtable conversation with a bunch of participants who are sharing their fundraising techniques. Each of these items can be found on the 3-day website. Also, remember, your coach is your mentor and your guide to help you get to your goals and beyond. If something happens and you're unable to participate in the 3-day as a walker, you're not going to be held responsible for the $2,300 goal, and any money that you already raised will be donated to the cause. But we don't want fundraising to ever be the reason that you're unable to participate, so please call us. We're here to help. Walking 60 miles is a physical challenge. It was designed to be that way because, as I said before, challenging yourself in a big way inspires your donors to give in a big way. The difficulty of walking 60 miles is nothing compared to the difficulty of facing a breast cancer diagnosis and everything that comes with it. So we honor those who have faced breast cancer by walking so far. Do you need to train for the 3-day? I mean, it's just walking, right? And you walk every day. But do you walk 20 miles every day for 3 days in a row? Trust me, you do need to train because we want you to enjoy, not just endure the 3-day weekend. The more you train before the event, the less you'll hurt or hobble after the event. The training webpage in your participant center contains a basic training program that begins 24 weeks prior to the 3-day. This is also where we have a 16-week compressed schedule as well. The 3-day training app for iPhone users will help you track your progress and remind you of your weekly suggested training schedule. The most important thing is to get out there and start walking. Ramp up your miles in a safe and a comfortable way. Incorporate long back-to-back walks as the event gets closer, and get to know your gear. Learn to listen to your body very closely. If you're able to follow the 3-day training schedule, we know that you'll be well prepared for the event. But we also know that following a schedule to a T isn't always possible, so please don't be intimidated by the training schedule. Just use it as a guideline, not a requirement. Tweak it to fit your lifestyle. You should aim for a pace of about 3 miles per hour. If at any point along the event you can't continue walking, you're going to have the option to wait for one of the 3-day sweep vans that are patrolling the route, transporting walkers to the next pit stop. After resting at the pit stop, you can continue walking, or you can take a shuttle to camp if you're done walking for the day. We've seen anyone and everyone train and participate for the 3-day. Young, old, athletic, even those with physical disabilities. It's totally inspiring. So regardless of your fitness level, you're going to have fun, you'll feel good, and you'll be in better shape because of it. I know 60 miles sounds like a long way, but we're going to help you get there one step at a time. Official training walks are led by participants who are volunteering their time to be training walk leaders, and it is the perfect way to train. Official training walks are one of the best ways to connect with other 3-day participants too. You can find a team, you can share fundraising ideas with other walkers, and hear about the 3-day from past participants. You can find a list of local businesses also who offer discounts and share knowledge about proper shoes and gear for the 3-day participants on the Outfitters page in your participant center. You are never alone on the 3-day. There are many ways to connect with walkers, whether you want to form teams, go on training walks together, or talk about fundraising ideas. We have a lot of tools on our website. There are message boards, a way to search for training walks in your community, and the 3-day friend finder, which allows you to search for other walkers who in your neighborhood and connect with them. And don't forget, your coaches, we're here, we're all current and past walkers, and we are your virtual teammates throughout this preseason preparation. A team can be made up of 2 people walking together or 200. Forming a team, it's quick and it's easy, and you can do it from the moment you register, or you can do it later on. There's a lot of benefits from being on a team. Fundraising, event preparation, and training become a whole lot easier and a lot more fun when you have a team to support you. Each team member still has their own personal commitment to raise at least $2,300 and should make every effort to maximize their own personal fundraising potential by reaching out to their network of friends and family. The 3-day is nothing like you've ever experienced before. Past participants call it life-changing and inspiring. When you arrive at the 3-day, you'll join passionate and inspiring people who've been working hard for the same goal for months, the goal to end breast cancer. I mean, just imagine the energy and the excitement when you all come together. Before opening ceremony begins on Friday morning, you'll drop off your gear bag with our crew members. Anything you want along the route, keep it in a small waist pack or a backpack. And of course, keep your water bottle with you. We'll do a morning stretch and we'll take part in the incredible opening ceremony. This is a time to reflect on what brought you here to this moment. Every 3 to 4 miles along the walking route, you're going to come to a pit stop. At pit stops, we're going to have some cold water, some sports drinks, and so you can fill up your water bottle, plus we'll have restrooms. At some pit stops, you'll be able to grab a snack or visit with a member of our medical team if you're developing a blister or just not feeling that great. You will definitely encounter a lot of smiling 3-day crew members along our journey. Those are the incredibly dedicated volunteers who spent the whole event working to ensure that you, the walkers, have a great experience. We serve lunch at a midway point along the route each day as an opportunity to rehydrate, refuel, and refresh before tackling that second half of the day's journey. Another thing that you'll notice along the route is the incredible support of the communities we walk through. It becomes one big community of kindness, united in the fight to end breast cancer. Local businesses put up signs and balloons. Scout troops and school groups line the route. People hand out treats to thank you and keep you going. After a full day of walking, you're going to spend the night with your fellow walkers and crew members at camp. On the Dallas-Fort Worth, San Diego, and Seattle events, camp takes place outdoors, a big slumber party under the stars. But don't worry about roughing it. This is glamping, not like camping that you've ever seen. So for Michigan, New England, Philadelphia, and Twin Cities this year, we're hosting camp inside a hotel. We tried this in Philadelphia the 3-day last year in 2018, hosting all the participants in hotel rooms for 2 nights and putting the 3-day camp experience in a hotel. Participants enjoyed all the comforts of home, sleeping in a real bed, enjoying a private shower, and all the other perks of a hotel stay without missing out on the camaraderie of the 3-day community. Our participants loved it. The Philadelphia camp will be at the Hilton Penn's Landing. The Michigan 3-day camp will be at the Sheraton Detroit Novi. The New England 3-day camp will be at Revere Hotel Boston Komen. And the Twin Cities camp will be at the Hyatt Regency Minneapolis. Participants who sleep in the hotel as well as nearby hotels as needed. This is going to be at no additional cost to you. Your fundraising requirement and your registration fee do not change, and the 3-day will cover the cost of the 2 nights of the hotel room. We're excited to try this out and hope that you guys are too. A good night's sleep in a comfy hotel bed plus a hot shower might be just the thing you need to keep you fueled for the day, for another day of walking. If you have any friends or family who've been reluctant to join you on the 3-day in the past because they just couldn't see themselves sleeping in a tent for a couple of nights, let them know about this exciting change. But whether your camp is outdoors or in a hotel, you're going to be welcomed into camp by cheerleaders, crew members, and lots of adoring fans. A special part of each day is when the last walker makes it into camp and we all come out to cheer her on. It's not a race, so we don't celebrate the first walker into camp, but it's when our last walker comes in. That's a huge celebration. There's a lot of things we can do at camp, but the first order of business is to grab a snack and something to drink to replenish your strength. Then it's time to find your gear bag, the one you dropped off at opening ceremony, and then you can take that to your tent. If your 3-day has an outdoor camp, once you have your gear, it's time to get your pink tent set up for our big grown-up slumber party. Trust me, the tents are not hard to set up, and there's always someone willing to help you. The tents will sleep 2 people, and you have the opportunity to select your tent mate when you do your online check-in prior to the event. You'll be able to fit 2 twin air mattresses or a full-size one inside the tent, plus your gear bags. If you're in a hotel, you'll want to get your gear, check into your room, and then join us at in the dining room for all the same amenities that you'll find at a campsite. There'll be a full packing list available on the event information page in your participant center just a little bit before the event. The dining area at camp is where you're going to find a lot of activity. Not only can you eat a hot breakfast and a hot dinner there, you can enjoy some on-stage entertainment, a fun recap of the day, and the Saturday night dance party. If you're camping outdoors, you'll find that our shower trucks are pretty darn amazing. They're complete with individual shower stalls and plenty of hot, high-pressured water. Outside each shower is a row of mirrors and sinks with running water and some hair dryers that you can borrow. We even offer a towel service so you can pick up a fresh, clean towel. And that's something that you'll opt into during your online check-in for a small fee. But honestly, it's worth it. It's money well spent. And if you're in a hotel, well, you probably know what that looks like. Beds with fresh linens and hot showers. Anytime at camp, anytime at camp, you're welcome to visit the 3-day Main Street. In the 3-day lounge, you can enjoy some special treats, some drinks while socializing with your new friends, and you can visit the Trail Mix Bar, spend some quiet time with a magazine, spend some time with a magazine and a comfy chair. You can take a picture with your friends. You can check the 3-day post office, and even if you've received email, to see if you've received some email from a loved one. There's a lot to pick up. There's a spot that you can pick up some pins and prizes that you possibly have earned for your fundraising achievements. And we've got other milestones and rewards there too. Saturday night, friends and family are invited to visit you in camp for the evening. You can get a hug from your loved ones, you can play some games together and enjoy the camp program. But note that the ballroom capacity for hotel events may limit the number of visitors for friends and family night. We also encourage you to visit the Remembrance Tent to quietly reflect and reconnect with the cause. This is a special space where we honor 3-day participants who've battled and lost their fight with breast cancer. All of these features, Main Street, the Remembrance Tent, and the family party at camp Saturday night, are all on our all of the 3-day events, whether it's outside in a tent or inside your host hotel. On Sunday morning, after 2 days of walking, you'll pack up your gear and you'll go back out on the route. The route's different every day. It's designed so that you can see some of the beautiful scenery your area has to offer and to spread the spirit of the 3-day into as many communities as possible. Your 60-mile journey ends with that sense of accomplishment and empowerment we mentioned, plus a big party. There's a participant finishing area where all the walkers gather before our closing ceremony. You'll find food, drinks, music, games, dancing, and a whole lot of celebration there. It's also where you're going to pick up your victory shirt. Once the last walker's finished, we'll line up for a victory walk into the 3-day closing ceremony. During the closing ceremony, we honor our breast cancer survivors. We thank our volunteers. We celebrate our journey, and we make a promise to never give up. After the closing ceremony, you're going to pick up your gear and you'll say goodbye to all your new friends you made on your 3-day journey. But if you're like most of our participants, that goodbye will be more like a see you next year. A few things that you need to do next. You need to commit 3 days. If you go to the3day.org/commit, we will send you a pack of temporary tattoos. Put one of those on your arm, your face, wherever you want to put it, and take a picture, share it on social media, tag your friends that you want to come walk with you. Register for the 3-day at the3day.org. Personalize your fundraising page and create your custom URL. Get your first donation within the first 24 hours to submit your commitment and get excited. I promise you'll get so excited when you get that first donation. Ask a friend to join you on the 3-day and create, join, or build your own team. I want you to remember who or what it was that brought you here. For many of you, it was a friend or a family member, a coworker, or even a total stranger who inspired you with their breast cancer story. Or for some of you, it was or is your own personal battle with breast cancer that inspired you to fight back. You came here because some part of you knows that by participating in the 3-day, you can make a difference. Your active participation in the fight to end breast cancer is going to lead us to a world without breast cancer. This is the moment you do something about it. So seize this moment. It's time to commit. There's no reason to wait, so you can register today. The special discount that's going to take another $10 off your registration is loyalty. Loyalty. You can also spread the word about the 3-day and the ongoing fight to end breast cancer with our free commitment tattoos like I told you to wear, and share those posts online. Remember, go to the3day.org/commit to commit to the cause and get your free temporary tattoos. When you use any hashtags for the 3-day, hashtag commit 3 days, COMMIT 3DAYS. That's going to spread the word. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, give us a call, 800-996-3DAY. Thank you. Have a great evening.